What is going on, everybody, ladies and gentlemen? Um, that's gonna be my intro now. That's my intro now, gang. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, as you guys seen from the thumbnail and the title of the video, I'll be showing you guys like the best beginner's guide, whatever you want to call it, for starting people playing Arcane Piece. This is, following the Eisen update, so there may be changes to the ones before. I don't know. I haven't actually seen the beginner's guide before, so I just hope I can do the best of my abilities to do a good guide for starters and beginners and all that. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Let's get ahead with the video, I guess. Before I do that, though, just make sure you guys quickly, maybe like and subscribe and all that. I think we're nearly at like 20, so we are we're quite close. We're quite close. We just need a few more, and then we'll hit 20, which means I'm amazing, and yeah, anyone who follows me is also amazing, or subscribes even. Anyway, let's get into the actual video. So, the first thing I can honestly recommend when starting off Arcane Piece is codes. Okay, codes is probably like the best thing for a starter in this game, and I'll show you why in a second. But before I do that, it'll probably be on screen right now, but I'll put like a list of all the major codes that you need to put in, just like the ones that give the most amount of gems and money and all that. They'll probably be on screen in a second. But yeah, I'll put them on so you guys can see that. So after you guys have put all the codes in, you should have a few gems, a few belly. You should have enough for whatever, and this is how we're going to start off the game anyway. So after you have your codes, after you have mainly your gem codes for now, after you have your codes put in, you're going to go over to the fruit dealer here, this amazing person, and as you see, you've got a 5% chance for light fruit and a 2.5% chance for dark. So essentially, you're just going to spin this over and over until you get both fruits, because you can equip both at the same time. So, yeah, you need both as well. They're both going to be really helpful for later. Maybe dark, not so much for later, but light definitely for, like, throughout the entire game. So once you have the abilities, I'm not going to use them, obviously, because I really can't be bothered. But I'll explain to you anyway. Light is really good for mobility. That's why you should use light. Because, with its C move, right, its C move is, like, the best move, because obviously you can just fly around and yap, all that, which is really beneficial from getting, as you can see, from map to map, wherever. And we'll go to the other maps for a second, because we'll have to go, and look at the other things. But yeah, it's you need light for sure. And then obviously you need dark as well, because dark is like going to be your main damage dealer for the start, because dark's just OP beginner, because of its AoE damage and stuff. It's really good for beginners. And essentially, what you're going to do is you're just going to grind, really. You're just going to, use dark over and over, get as much AoE damage as you can, and, your levels should start bumping right up. You should be getting loads of levels. And then, obviously, with the levels, you just head over to stats and start upgrading your, things. From a beginner's point of view, right, and this is, like, if you've only got the fruits. No other things, right? If you've only got the fruits, I would focus on these two here first, okay? Demon Fruit and Defense you definitely want to focus on. Demon Fruit, obviously, because, you want more damage for Dark, and health, or defense even, because you want more health, essentially. So after you guys have, when you think you've gotten high enough levels, I don't really know what level you should be, but when you think you've got high enough levels, you will head over to the Atomic Island, where Sid is, as he will be, like, the first item you try going for. So obviously you guys have like the enemies here, which you can also farm. But in here you will have Sid. If you don't know, for Sid you need 5 atomic swords and 1 shadow orb, which really isn't difficult, especially if you have the 2x drop game pass. I know it's not really beginner, but like, it's really beneficial. Yeah, essentially what you're gonna want to do is just, whilst you're a low level, you're just gonna want to kill atomic as fast as you can. Like that. Oh, there we go. Yeah, yeah. Like that. Obviously, not with them abilities. But you essentially just gonna kill him over and over and over. Until, you know, you've got the 5 atomic swords and the 1 shadow orb. Now, after you have the required items, you're gonna come over from the jungle straight to the other side of the map. Here it is. The desert. This is gonna be the next place we're heading. Because it's, you know, what you need, obviously. So once you're at the desert, you'll you know, you'll see everything down there and stuff. But here's the thing you should focus on for now. Atomic. Yep, Sid guy. Hopefully as well. So from the codes that I told you to redeem earlier, you know, the money and the gems, you should have enough already to buy it. If you don't, just grind these sand NPCs down here. Just grind them a bit more and get your money and gems. But yeah, you should have enough. Hopefully. You'll buy Atomic because it's probably, in my opinion, I would say it's like the 3rd best item in the game right now. So it's really good for starters because it's easy and it's really good damage. But yeah, effectively, what you want to do is when you get when you get Atomic, you know, just primarily use that. Also, on your stats, you're gonna want to reset your stats, which is free, and you're gonna still want to keep defense, but you're also gonna want to upgrade melee instead of demon fruit. Because, essentially, Atomic is a lot more broken than Dark. Like, a hell of a lot more. So just, you know, prioritize melee instead of Demon Fruit. Now, what you do next is really up to you, to be honest. It just depends what you want to go for. Because there are multiple specs you can get in the game right now. Obviously, after Atomic, you can get, you know, you can go for Sukuna if you want. You can go for Gojo. You can go for Sung Jin Woo or Aizen. I would say probably it's best to go for Sukuna. I feel like that's probably the easiest. I mean, Gojo is technically the easiest because it has the least amount of health. But Gojo's spec, like his V1 kind of sucks, low-key, so it's not really rewarding if you go and kill Gojo over and over. So if I were a starter, I'd probably focus on Sukuna because his ability is probably, I would say, 4th right now. It's quite good, you know, especially for starters because of the AoE damage it's got. But yeah, I would focus on Sukuna personally. So after Sukuna, you don't have to worry about this island. There's literally nothing interesting on it. Like, there'll probably be an update later to come about it, but there's nothing interesting on the island right now. So yeah, after you've got Sukuna, I would say, you know, keep grinding. Then probably go for Gojo, because Gojo is probably like the one you want next. It's not that good, but if you're trying to get like 100% everything, you should probably just grind for Gojo, because, you know, yeah, that's how you get everything. Now this next bit is yet again up to you. Obviously Aizen just dropped. From what we've seen actually, Aizen has lower damage than Sung Jin Woo, but it also has lower cooldown. So it's really up to you. Personally, I would go for Sung Jin Woo first, as it seems easier to grind with to get Aizen. Like the AoE attacks on Sung Jin Woo or the Shadow Monarch are really good for grinding, which is really helpful for Aizen because, you know, the boss is a lot harder to do. Like the Aizen boss is nearly 2 times the amount of damage that Sung Jin Woo is. So you should primarily focus on getting Sung Jin Woo first at the solo leveling event, and then finally leaving off with Aizen. And yeah, that's pretty much it really. That's everything you've really got to do. There isn't really much else. When you get Aizen, by the way, I would say focus your other points on sword, because Aizen is the only sword right now in the game, or the only sword-like weapon. So I would say, you know, focus on that one, get that out of the way. Yeah, that's it really. Just that's my guide anyway on how to, you know, start off from beginner and work your way up to max level. So yeah, if this helped you guys, or any of you beginners anyway, just you know, drop us a cheeky little sub, give me a like, and yeah, I'll be on my way. I'm gonna stop begging now. I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna fade out. I'm probably fading out right now, and you guys can't see me. Oh no, I'm fading out. Am I fading out? I can't tell. I'm probably fading out. It's probably like really dark right now, and you can't see me. Yeah, I'm fading out.